Hey, y'all. Hey, happy Monday. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody had a nice long weekend. You enjoyed some good time with your family and your friends. I know I did. Why does it still look so gray? Can you all see me? It's still looking all purple to me. Can you see my video or can you not? Let me know if I need to log out. Oh, there I am. Yes, yes. Happy Monday. I feel like it looks so close. I got to sit back. I ain't ready. How's everybody doing on this holiday? I hope it was good. Okay, good. Oh, I hate that you can hear me. I hate that. Anyway, glad. Okay, y'all can see me. Looks like I'm trying to use this StreamYard thing, y'all. I'm still new at it. It's just been a couple 3 months. So thank everybody for joining. Happy Monday. I hope you had a good beginning to the holiday season. I know I did. I was out in California having Friendsgiving with some of my favorite people. So I know it's off to a good start for me. It's one of the most wonderful times of the year because I also think that the summer months, because my birthday is there, is also included in some of the most wonderful times of the year. So, anyway, welcome y'all to another Monday Moment with your girl Mojo. If you don't already know, I do this each and every Monday, except for a short break during the holidays, which I'll take around December 15th, and in the summertime when I'm loving up on the summer months. But thank y'all for joining each and every Monday. I ask y'all to have a conversation with me and sometimes a special guest. And we just chit chat about different ways to find your mojo. If you don't know, finding your mojo just means how you show up in this world as your authentic self and whatever it is you're doing. If you're laughing, if you're playing, if you're working, if you're dating, if you're friending, if you unfriending, just how you show up as your authentic self. So y'all, welcome to another Monday Moment with your girl, Mojo. Happy Monday. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy holiday season. I hope it's all off to a good start for you. I know mine is. Today, we're going to talk about gratefulness. Tis the season to be grateful. So I figured we could chat about that for a little while. Today, I don't have a special guest unless you count all of you who are joining. So please chime in with your comments, your concerns, your questions as we talk about gratefulness. But as I do every Monday, I'm going to start off with a cocktail. Today, since we're talking about gratefulness, and I feel like we should be grateful in all of the days of the year, but especially a little focus on gratefulness during this time of the year, we're gonna start off with a little cocktail. I have my martini glass chilling, so I'm gonna go back to the basics. I'm gonna make a dirty martini today. So I have my glass chilling, like I said, it's just ice and water. So the glass will look all pretty and chilled, and my drink will remain that way, I hope, for the duration of my sipping. I also have my cocktail shaker right here, because if you don't know, I love stuff with my initial on it. Another way I find my mojo is buying all the things I can with my initial on it. Anyway, so I got some ice up in here. I'm gonna do a little gluten-free Tito vodka because that's what makes me happy. I'm gonna do a couple few shots in my shaker. So here we go. We're gonna shake it up. Thank y'all again for joining. If it's your first time, if it's your second time, if you're here all the time, thank y'all for joining. I'm just gonna pour a couple 2 shots of my vodka, my gluten-free Tito, up in my shaker that's already got a little ice in it. And then in a dirty martini, some people put vermouth. I don't really like vermouth in my vodka martinis, but when I make them with gin, I do say I think it's a little quality of a little vermouth up in there. But today I'm just gonna make it with some vodka, on some ice, and a couple. If you got some olive, plain old olive, bodega store olives will do 99 cents. Maybe they're $1.99 with these inflation prices. But just I'm gonna pour some juice up in here. A little olive juice. One little dab will do you. Some people like it extra dirty. I just like it a little dirty. So I'm gonna just do one shot I did 2 shots of the vodka and I did 1 shot of my olive juice. I'm gonna shake her up. I'm gonna empty out the ice and water. And then we're gonna get the conversation started. Yes, yes. then I'm gonna go ahead and pour this here ice water I had out because we don't need her anymore. She's done her job here. Her work here is done. As I make a little splash of a mess, because that's what I do sometimes. I make a little mess. I'm gonna go ahead and pour my vodka in this pretty martini glass. I ain't pour her up too much because I still have to have a functional conversation with the people. And because it's the holidays, I have some leftover gingerbread toothpicks. So I think it's the right thing to do. I'm going to stick my olives with my gingerbread toothpick. Ain't she cute? So that's what we're going to do. And then we're going to get the conversation started. Cheers, y'all. That's cold, a little salty. It's right. I should have brought myself a little snack in here. What's better than a little snack and a little fellowship and a little cocktail at the beginning of our happy hour? Anyway, hey y'all, hey, happy Monday. Today's topic, as I mentioned, thank all y'all for joining. I see you, Sharonda. Hey, Barbara. Hey, Mommy. Hi, Dorothy Grandpierre. Hey, sister. Hey, sister and sister, not to be confused with sister. Hi, Marcia. Thank y'all all for joining. Please like, share the link, tell the people to join every Monday at 8 p.m. EST. I'm on YouTube at FYM with Maisha and on Instagram at MOJO295. You heard? Today's topic, as I mentioned already, is gratefulness. I'll just start off with a little piece of my sunshine, a little piece of my mojo. Hey, Cam, about how I celebrated Thanksgiving this year. Most of the times on Thanksgiving, I'm celebrating with the fam, immediate or extended. And I had Friendsgiving, but I might as well call them my extended family because we've been friends now, I think, for over 20 years, or collectively, definitely more than 20 years, but individually, definitely double digits, I'm gonna call the people them's name out. I was in Oakland, not San Francisco, not to be confused with San Francisco. I was Oakland with some good friends of mine, Corey, Jamal, Reginald, Steve, and we had a new friend down there. Her name was Ernesto. So we had some new people down there hanging out with us too, and we had some loveliness. My boy is from Louisiana, and from what I hear, they could throw down. I'll drink to that. So we had a little bit of what we had. We had some lovely Dungeness inspired seafood gumbo. We had some. What do we have? We had some seafood dressing. I'm told. Do y'all have any thoughts about if we should call it dressing or stuffing? The Southern folks tell me it's dressing. You can't call it stuffing. But here in any W where I serve, we call it stuffing. Sometimes it's even stovetop when it's not the holidays. But anyway, y'all have any feelings about it? Is it stuffing? Is it dressing? So what did I say? So we had stuffing. We had dressing, seafood dressing, no less. We also had some gumbo. We had some carrot souffle. We had some great mac and cheese, and I'm very picky with the mac and cheese, but I'm happy to report that it was really good. We had some collard greens that we tag teamed on, Corey and myself. Hey, Sweetwater. So it was a good time. It was a good time. Not only was it a good time with good people, it was also some good food. So I'm going to start off the hour saying that I am grateful for good friends and good food and a nice, easy time. We even played a little Uno, actually, which was also really fun. So, which made me think about what I'm grateful for and what the holidays are for and what some of my favorite moments are during the holidays. So y'all chime on in with some of your gratefulness, some of your favorite times from the holidays. I started off with mine this Thanksgiving. Now I'm grateful for good friends, good food, and good people, just good vibes. It was a nice, easy, but fun, celebratory, reminiscent time because we had some jokes. There's always kikis in the room when I hang out with these folks here. And they always treat me so well that I can never complain. So y'all chime on in with some of your favorite moments or memories are about Thanksgiving, the holidays, or just family in general. Because I'm going to just keep talking if y'all don't. So while y'all are chiming in, I know especially Instagram has a little bit of delay since I'm doing a whole StreamYard, Instagram, and YouTube thing. So, one of my favorite moments. I'll chime in with one of my favorite moments in the holidays. Some of my favorite moments are, or one of my favorite moments, besides the one that I just mentioned, when I'm home with the family. I'm thinking Christmas, Thanksgiving now. is decorating a tree. Now some people wait till Christmas Eve, some people do it 2 weeks before. And to be honest, I don't remember how long before Christmas we did the Christmas tree, but it was definitely a celebratory moment. Me and my sister, it's two girls, and my it's just me and my sister and my mother and my father at the time before he passed. So we did the Christmas tree. And I know a lot of people had the Charlie Brown Christmas tree, or at least a real Christmas tree, so to speak. But I feel like we always, me and my sister were talking about this today. We always had the fake tree. So we had the trees that you had to have like the right color coded numbers. And they went on the bottom, some went on the middle, then you had the one for the top. Now I just recently, so after that, in my grown up years, I started buying a real tree. But now I've reverted back in the last 2 years to a fake tree. And I don't really remember, to be honest, how it was last year, how I put those pieces together. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out this year. I don't think it was so difficult. I don't think it was so many color coordinated tools and techniques involved. So I think I could do without the instructions, but it's definitely going to be fun. That's one of my favorite memories. And then what we were talking about too is always having red and gold. I don't ever remember having a blue and silver, a green and yellow, or whatever the other colors or the rainbow colors of the tree. We always did red and gold with the garland, with the yarn around, not even the balls that were metallic. We always had like yarn, red and gold Christmas balls. Couldn't forget the silver garland that I hear is outdated now, because I've been doing the garland for a couple, 2, 3 years right now. I mean, I finally stopped in the last 2, 3 years, but I was still doing that gold and silver garland around the tree. I was also doing tinsel. I ain't gonna tell nobody else. They used to fall everywhere that you just throw on a tree, and our parents used to have us place it strategically. But apparently, the garland is out, at least the gold and silver one, and so is the tinsel. I wish I would have sent me the memo. I didn't know. It should come in 3 parts. Yeah. So hopefully Sharon, mine is in 3 parts. I hope so. But back in the day, they were not in 3 parts. And then you had to put the little rings around the pole so that you could fill in so you couldn't see through the fake tree. I remember that. And I'm also pretty sure that I still have some of the same ornaments that I had from back in the day, from a long, long time ago, long time ago. And I hear too that the cats, but I never had a cat. Well, I did have a cat, but in my lifetime, my cat didn't really care about my tree and playing with the balls. But mommy always tells me that her cat, Pocket, used to play with the balls on the tree and tap, tap, tap on them till the glass ones broke. Maybe that's why they never let us have glass balls, and we only had the yarn balls that you could, the red and gold yarn balls. And it was always like 2 yellow, 1 red, or 2 red, 1 red, and maybe sometimes 1 yellow or gold, if you will, and 1 red. But those were the only colors I remember. And then I remember one year we had all red lights, which are really hard to find now too. I see a lot of all white and a lot of all like rainbow colors, but I don't see just the red ones. And I kind of want some red ones. What about all blue? Because this year, my tree, well, I can't tell everybody because the big unveiling that happens. It didn't happen yet. But yeah, I'm thinking about a blue and gold or blue and silver tree. I haven't quite figured it out yet. We're going to work on that. But the unveiling is to come soon. Mommy says the cat killed the other the other glass Christmas balls. Oh, I thought it was something against us, Mommy. You just didn't want us to have the glass balls. So anyway, those are some of my favorite memories. Y'all chime in. What's some of your favorite moments about Thanksgiving, the holidays in general, or just some of your grateful thoughts? Because it's been a rough year. So what y'all grateful for? What y'all writing down in your journal at the end of the day? What are you having thoughts about what you're grateful for? It's a great distraction for what you're not grateful for, I think. Let's see. Let me scroll up to make sure I'm not missing none of y'all comments. Favorite moments: grateful, circle, food coma, and playing games. Yes, we even played Uno this year. I was trying to get a spades game in, but they weren't really down. But I was definitely ready for a little spades game myself. But there are still, it's just December 1st, so I feel like I'm gonna be able to throw that in there pretty soon. Oh, you do a real tree? Oh, you do miss a real tree. That's what Kim says. Favorite moments are. Yeah, I like the smell of a real Christmas tree, but sometimes cleaning it up, and if I have to go pick it out myself, and if it's gonna fit in the car, and who's gonna tie it to the top of the car, is it gonna scratch the top of the car? All I'm thinking. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the fake tree this year and see what happens. Sweetwater says memories of helping my grandfather decorate our house on Christmas Eve. He would wait until Christmas Eve to purchase a real tree. I was amazed about how strong Grandpa was carrying that big tree. Yeah, there is something lovely about watching a man carry a nice big tree, I will say. especially if they take it to the garbage after Christmas is over too. That also feels like a favorite moment to me. So if y'all have been with me for a while or watching my Christmases, and I know Sweetwater has, she knows that every year, what do? Sweetwater, we decorate that refrigerator. So I can't tell y'all what the refrigerator is going to be this year, but I will tell you about refrigerators of Christmases. Christmases, how do you say that? Past. We've had the very first one. I don't know if y'all remember. The very first one was a snowman. Now, I'm not going to remember the order after this, but we had a snowman. We had a black Santa. We had an elf, which was one of my favorites. The Grinch was one of my favorites. We had a reindeer that was a little sus. We had, oh, mommy, do you remember the angel? The angel was a little cray-cray. She was a little broke down. And then we tried to do a brown wooden soldier, and somebody told me it looked like a broke down, what they say? Rick James. That is still hanging up on a pipe in the basement. So we have some things. And then if y'all saw the Christmas Story, we also did the lamp with the leg from the Christmas Story. That was 1 year. Yes, the Nutcracker toilet. Yes. I ain't going to tell you what Vicky said that Nutcracker toilet bowl looked like. I'll let her put it in the chat. But and if you don't know, whatever we decorate the refrigerator in, that's what we also do for the toilet bowl. So the toilet bowl has, we had the angel too. We had an angel. The angel needed a little help too. Her halo kept falling off the top of the freezer. So what did I say? So we had the reindeer, we had the snowman, we had an elf, we had the Grinch. Again, one of my favorites, because that toilet bowl Grinch, I'm just saying, that was one to grow on. We had this, I don't know what we did for the toilet bowl when it was that lamp from A Christmas Story. But we also had, what was another favorite? Oh, gingerbread man. I did go to town on gingerbread too. Yes, we had the Black Santa. The Black Santa was fun. So I haven't repeated yet. Somebody asked me today when I was on a call what it was going to be this year. Was I going to repeat? Now we keep all of I was going to say costumes, but I don't know if it's a costume. Decorations for the refrigerator, but we haven't repeated yet. So I do not plan on repeating this year either. Last year was Papa Smurf. That was fun, because then I had all the little miniature Papa Smurf, Smurfette, Brainy, all of them alongside on the fireplace, on the mantle, if you will. So y'all wait for the unveiling. Yes, the reindeer. We had a reindeer. Wasn't so bad. Her face was a little sketchy, but we did do that. Some people are putting in some of their favorite moments. Please keep coming with your favorite moments. Marcia says she's grateful for moments of peace in a busy day. So I've been trying to work on that. And my quiet moments are just sitting down to do nothing, even if it's for 5 or 10 or 15 minutes during the day. A little peace, a little quiet, a little stillness. It goes a long way. You'd be surprised, especially if you had a November like mine. You might be sitting down a few minutes. So this yesterday and today of decorating and taking time just to be by myself and listen to the Christmas music was all right with me. I can't wait to unveil. I'm having fun. The excitement is mounting. So I'm also grateful for today and being here with you all to reflect on some of the grateful moments that I've had over the years, over my lifespan, and that I hope to continue to have, because as long as I'm here, I intend to keep having some Monday moments and some other moments. So there you go. Oh, we did have a candy cane. That's right. How long have we been doing this? I might need to do a whole Pinterest page so people could see our little pins. Mm-hmm. So what did y'all do for Thanksgiving? Holla at your girl. What was happening that Thanksgiving? I told you what I did. I was in Cali with my peoples, having a little Friendsgiving, enjoying some food and some fun, even a little card games. I was listening to a podcast today, which is probably a whole nother Monday moment topic, but it was talking about people that families who aren't getting along. It was an Oprah Winfrey podcast, Super Soul Moment podcast. So one of the things she was talking about was how as of late it's becoming more increasingly, I don't even want to say popular, but it's happening more often that kids are disowning or disengaging for years at a time from their parents, and vice versa. And parents are like not speaking to their children. So of course it made me think of the holidays and how some families aren't getting along. Unfortunately, I'm counting myself a little bit in that number, because there was a time when one of my favorite moments was the holidays, and we would kind of like house hop for Christmas and Thanksgiving. Somebody different would have it every year. And whoever's house it was, then they would make the main dish and everybody would bring, I guess it was potluck. We never really called it that, but everybody would bring the sides and the main house would bring the turkey or the ham or whatever your main course was. But in my grown up years, and people have kind of sort of grown away from each other or disengaging or not so agreeable, it has happened that the family is kind of separated. So even when we used to do like Easter and New Year's, like some of even the smaller holidays, we all used to get together. And the only time you didn't come is if you just had something else going on or you had to hop around because of your in-laws or the other family members' house that you were going to. Hey, T. Cummins, let me find out. Long time no see. So, but as of late, in my older years, it hasn't been happening as much because people aren't talking to this part isn't talking to the other part. So therefore both of the parts can't come together, whether it's a birthday, a holiday, Thanksgiving, Easter. So that's been a little disheartening. But from this podcast I listened to today, it said that it feels like it's happening more often than not. And a lot of the reasons, they even said the internet could be some of the reasons why it's not happening. But they said sometimes it's just a healthy dismissal, like because of your boundaries that you need to set for yourself. Sometimes you just have to agree to disagree, I guess, and let go or decide on your own if you're going to forgive them and be friends, or forgive them and get along, or forgive them and just not see them again. So although it's been a little hard pill to swallow, the diminishing of the group and the joint and the whole bunch of family getting together during the holidays, Thanksgiving and Christmas stick out the most, maybe because it's this time of the year or just because I've been thinking about it more often than not. That sometimes it just happens. But I remember watching the gatherings at the holidays grow from, or go, not even grow, go from small to growing to when the kids had kids, and then the kids started having kids, to seeing it almost not happen at all. So you have those thoughts of like your grandparents who really were kind of the glue that made that all happen all of the time and keep coming together. And to see that kind of get smaller and smaller, it's a little sad for me during the holidays. But when I have a Thanksgiving like I just had with friends, it also reminds me that your friends are your family too. And so what I'm trying to hold on to most is to be present and to enjoy that current moment and not to dwell too much on what happened or what might happen or what can happen or what you can plan for or the disaster that you're worried about happening. Just being present and being grateful for the time that you do have, or the time we did have when we had it, when we were all together. So I am also grateful for that. Let me see what Couture says. Oh, I did house hopping once. It wasn't for Thanksgiving or Christmas, but for a random weekend in between. For sure, for sure. And I imagine that Corona probably has something to do with some of our, kind of leaning back a little bit too. Because even though it's not a pandemic like it was, y'all, if y'all don't know, I feel like y'all do. The colds have been going around. If I talk to one more person that tells me they've been sick for a week and a half, got better, got sick again, the mask I'm starting to see again. So it could be some of that too. But the disengagement for me is really sad to see, with families in particular. But it's still love to be had, and it's still love out there. So I'm gonna enjoy that. That's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. And then another little fun fact about Maisha, I enjoy all of the holidays. Mine, yours, mine that aren't mine. For um what's the green holiday? For St. Patrick's Day, I definitely make myself a corned beef and some cabbage and some potatoes. I get the green shirt out. Valentine's Day, I'm all about the love and the hearts and the red and the table settings, new red heart pillows, all of the things. I enjoy all the holidays. I think it's just about having fun and enjoying the time you have. Because as far as I know, we only got one life, so you got to enjoy that. I'm trying to enjoy all of the times. Oh, Couture says our holiday dinners are smaller now too. I'm good with that since I host them now. It is a lot of work. So what I noticed, even at my little 6-person Thanksgiving, and it wasn't even my house. Like when I tell you from the day before for the prep, the day of, to trying to cooking is no small feat, because you got to get everything right at the right time, warm at the same time. You don't want the baked mac and cheese cold and then the ham hot. Like you gotta. It's definitely a temperature check, literally. And the more the merrier, but the more the messier. So that part. And of course, I was in charge of the cocktails at the holiday gathering, which I don't mind so much. I plan to have a little holiday gathering in the month of December as well. There's some birthdays, as far as I know. There's a lot of Sages in the room. If y'all having Already heard. Sages. I mean, Leo season is Leo season, but the Sages and Scorpios be Scorpioing and Sagitt. Y'all know. It's a lot of work, but I find when I have company, my sister says it is work, and the house hopping people are hard to plan for. That part, because when they coming through, when they coming out, when they coming back, are they coming back? Are they really coming? So it definitely ain't easy, but it is fun. And what I find, the cleanup is fun when at least somebody's there chit chatting with you while you're cleaning, washing dishes, even if they just talking or just putting the stuff in the Ziploc bags. Ziploc fan, hey, if y'all don't know, fit stuff in the refrigerator much easier than all the little Tupperware, even though do they still sell Tupperware? Anyway, the Ziploc bags are much easier than the Tupperware. Just a little note for yourself. But yeah, the cleanup is rough, but it's lovelier when somebody is in there chatting with you until you finish. So what else? I named a few things that I'm grateful for. Which y'all got? What's some favorite memories, some gratefulness? Mine is definitely, I just adopted the refrigerators. I thought it was just for the last few years, but it must have been 10 years now that I think about it. So, and I try to have a little holiday, well, especially Christmas, not all of the holidays. Lately, I've been doing a different table for all of the seasons: fall, spring, winter, Christmas. I was just thinking today, what am I going to do for January and February? I'm thinking I'm going to do like MLK, African American history. But anyway, I digress. But for Christmas, I want to have a little bit of Christmas in every room, whether it's just a throw Santa blanket, a throw pillow, a bedspread with reindeer. I'm just saying, I'm gonna have a little Christmas in every room, a shower curtain. I'm just saying, a little red comforter. You should do all of the things. I mean, when you can, a wreath on the door, a Christmas tree, a table setting. Do the things. Anyway, y'all, that's my little spiel. That's my little share. So, what else? What y'all doing for Christmas? What y'all doing for the holidays? Even if Christmas isn't your holiday, what you doing for the holiday season? What you doing in December? How you hanging out? How you sharing? How you loving? How you showing your gratefulness? Holla at your girl. I will tell y'all too while I'm waiting for the. I know it's a little delay on Instagram, so while I'm waiting for the answers to come through, um, I forgot my train of thought. Oh yeah, I was gonna say. So December 15th is gonna be the last mojo moment until the new year. I'll probably start in the middle of January and for a month. I'm gonna be enjoying some of the holiday too. So I won't hold y'all up on Mondays with the moments. But do feel free to go back and rewind and refresh at some of the old ones. They'll be up on Instagram at MOJO295 and also a plethora on YouTube as well. So y'all go on and holla at your girl. Oh, Katura says she does love decorating. I've been looking for red, black, and green lights for Black History Month. Yes, tell me if you find them because I just decided yesterday that for I think January and February, I'm gonna do that's gonna be the next holiday for the table. So that'll be interesting too. What I can do for my table, Black History Month. It was hard to take down fall, mostly because I don't know where to put it since I just decided this year to decorate for all the seasons. But anyway. We're gonna figure that out. It's still on the table and back of the Christmas table. But I ain't gonna tell nobody else. So yeah, what else? What y'all doing for Christmas? What did y'all do for Thanksgiving? Did you have a good time? Did you hang out with your friends, with your family, with your people? I did. I continue to keep. I think I'm gonna keep doing the same thing. If y'all don't know, for my birthday, I definitely hang out with the different groups of friends on all of the times to make sure I get everybody in. I mean, everybody's invited to the birthday party, which I intend to have again this year. I didn't have it last year, but just so you know. But I do like a work friend gathering. I do like a college folks gathering. I do the church people gathering. I do just a acquaintance gathering. Now I'm working at the bar. I might do the bar girls gathering. You know. I do all of the things. So what y'all doing for Christmas? What's happening? What y'all grateful for? How y'all celebrating? How you celebrating Jesus? What's happening? So your black Christmas lights, make sure you get during October because they have a lot of Halloween. However, check Amazon for those lights. Well, girl, it's December. You just telling us now? Now what we gonna do? Well, if I don't find them, maybe next year. Black Christmas lights. Girl, you've been talking to me all this time and you now telling me? Maybe I get some black candles or something. Thanksgiving was 5 courses for people. 5 courses for people, or like 4 people, or like 4 people. I'm just checking. I'm asking for a friend. What kind of desserts did y'all have? Did y'all have pecan or pecan pie? I didn't have either one, but I just wanted to say it that way. I made the sweet potato pies. If y'all don't know, it's my specialty, and I think they were pretty good. Oh, Camille, how did your sweet potato pies come out? You didn't tell me. Or at least I don't remember what you said. I asked about the fish and the turkey, but how was the pies? I know you are good at spending my money, Sharon. Yes, I didn't know. I just decided today that I wanted to do Black History Month because I was like, January after Christmas, what do I do? Once I take Christmas down, what happens? Now I know. Black lights at Halloween. Well, if I don't find any now, I'll know for next year because I'm gonna keep this table decorating, house decorating every season thing going. As long as I keep finding somewhere to stash them. But what do you do if you change the decoration every spring or summer? Does that mean you have to have the same spring and summer and fall table? Anyway, I digress. We'll talk about that another time. Even H took one back to school. Oh, so the pies were good. Okay. So I gave you some good direction. The recipe was right. I started to take one back from Cali, but I didn't. But I could have. It's the whipped cream for me. I know some people like the ice cream, but it is the whipped cream for me. Mommy also mentioned this the sweet potato pound cake that Uncle Tommy used to make. Do you remember that, Camilla? It was really good, but nobody has the recipe. And she was asking me, should she ask? And I told her no, but I think I'm going to inquire because it was really good. Probably mostly because I had a sweet potato cheesecake this morning. I mean, it was this morning. Yeah, it was this morning. I was going lie and say it was for dinner. I tasted it at dinner and I had some this morning. It was pretty good. And I wasn't planning on liking it, but I recommend. So I am gonna inquire at least about the sweet potato pound cake. Just cause. Cause why not? Why not? So what else, y'all? It's 8:30 already. And I still didn't eat dinner. So I'm not gonna hold y'all long, especially since we're talking about all this food and what I want to eat and what I like to eat. I don't know what I should do for. I'm having a brunch. I keep calling it a circle brunch every year. I have a brunch for me and my sister girls, but it's not brunch anymore. It's dinner. Them girls don't get here till 4 or 5 o'clock. So I'm trying to think about a dessert. I like a Miss Smith apple pie myself, but I'm open to the thing. And Kelly always makes the cookie dough, which is really good. And she makes mine with no chocolate chip cookies in them, which also make me happy. But we still haven't decided on what you call a chipless chocolate chip cookie. I think there's just a cookie or a chocolate chipless cookie because it's not a butter cookie. It's not a shortbread cookie. It's a cookie or it's a chipless cookie. Anyway, I like it. So those are I was trying to introduce a new dessert, but that's all I could think of. Unless you count Lauren's chocolate. What is she likes those intimate chocolate covered donuts, which I'm not a fan of, but unless you count that. That's her sweet that she keeps bringing. But no, thank you. And I'm also trying to think of a cocktail. I'm thinking about a holiday margarita. That's what I'm thinking with some little cranberries on the top. That's my thought. Anyway, see, I don't have a guest, y'all, so I'm just sharing my thoughts with y'all on what I want to do. Let me read your comments. He he has been asked and refused to give it out. I love it. Christmas begins the day after Thanksgiving. Outdoor decorations, decor in every room, scents and music. Yes, I definitely have my what are those candles called that smell like Christmas? Basil? No, it's not basil. I don't know, but they burn right now. Because you can't decorate unless you got the candles, the green ones going, especially. We haven't been so good with outside decorations, but I definitely have the inside. The inside is on lock. I don't know what y'all doing. We do the lights and the bowls on the fence. And mommy goes out there when it's the coldest day of the year, I believe, and decides that she needs to personally staple the bowls to the fence. And we must have a million. And then she keeps rebuying the bowls. I mean, I ain't gonna tell nobody else, but that's what she does. And then don't forget, she also has to wait to the coldest day of the winter to take them down as well. We working on her. We working on here. Oh yeah, the fresh balsam. That's the name of my candle. It's burning right now. Yes. And Sharon, can I buy the new candles now? Because Christmas is gonna be over if I wait any longer. Can I buy them now? Are they on sale? I just want to know. No, it's definitely fresh balsam I have. I don't think. I do have sweater weather. So is sweater weather considered the Christmas? Because I have a couple of sweater weather. Oh, let me go on and light them up because the fresh balsam are from last year, so they mad low. They real low. Oh, Katura says some of her desserts. A Philly fluff cake is my go-to dessert. I never even heard of that. What is a Philly fluff cake? from a bakery in Summit. But what does it taste like? Does it taste like pound cake-ish? Is it light? What is that? Oh, on Friday. We going okay. Friday, 9.95. Okay. Thank you. See, I knew I could count on you. Y'all heard it here first. Friday, the Bath and Body Works candles are going on sale. $9.95 or $10.95. Mm-hmm. She ready. I'm ready for all of the things. So yeah, I didn't share with y'all my gratefulness, some of my favorite. I got lots of favorite Christmas moments, holiday moments, but those are the ones that were top of mind, and I didn't want to just flood y'all with all my ideas. But I love the holidays, the ugly Christmas sweaters, the office parties when somebody. Well, not as much as anymore, but back in the day, somebody used to always get too drunk at the office party. So that was a good story the next day. Love the ugly sweater parties. Haven't bought any of them, but I am online buying the Merry Christmas hats and the Merry Christmas sweatshirts and T-shirts that I gotta cut out. Thank you very much, Vicky, for showing me how to freak the T-shirts so the shoulders out just so. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All of the things, and I'm thinking about a holiday drink, and I'm also thinking about having a little additional holiday game night gathering, but I haven't figured that all out yet. So what else, y'all? What y'all grateful for? What are you happy for this holiday season? I'm happy for all of y'all. I'm happy to be keeping the Monday moments going. I think this we said season 4, right? I'm happy to be here. That's what I'm happy for. Oh yeah, Christmas nights at Aunt B's house. Remember that? Yes, yes. They just used to cart us off anywhere. We ain't know where we were going, but we were happy to be there. But Aunt B was definitely a highlight. Man, talk about going too soon. Always a good time at Aunt B's house when she was drinking her Budweiser beer with the straw. Remember that? That's how she liked a beer. Wow. Good times, good times. And then do you remember we really thought it was a Santa Claus? At least I did for a little while. Not for long. And even when I did believe it was Santa Claus, I wanted to hold on to it just because it was fun. It was nice to think that a little fat man was coming down the chimney to bring me some gifts. And then we had Christmas Eve every night. Remember, we had every night, every year, we had Christmas Eve at the house. And then for a couple years, I tried to keep it going with some of my friends. So everybody was just at the house, all sitting on top of each other. But you had to leave by like 2 or 3 because Santa Claus was going to come. And then, everybody couldn't be there to watch him. What you say, Sweetwater? I want Santa to bring me bottles of Uber and Lyft gift cards. Remember Aunt B's Nana's at our house, Christmas Eve? Yes, we always had Christmas Eve. That was a good time. Stepping over folks. Yep, that's what I remember about Christmas Eve. And I don't know where in the heck y'all found the time to do the presents because y'all wrap the presents. I don't know, but I always just something about the fun surrounding Christmas Eve. That was a good time. And then sometimes we were all the cousins would just go upstairs and wait for Santa to come and act like, especially when we had the flat roof. I was convinced that he was coming over the flat roof, but went on the chimney side to make sure we didn't see him. It was funny. Oh, I didn't play spoons till college, Vicky. It was a good time. I didn't even know what spoons was until then, but it was a good time. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. Yeah. All right. Well, y'all listen. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too long. It's 8:40, but please, I think I'm gonna do some holiday posts all month just to see y'all if y'all can share some of your favorite Christmas holiday memories with me. Send me some videos, some images. Let me find out what y'all doing on Christmas. See how y'all celebrating, and I'm gonna share too. I have so many good pictures that I put on my stories, but I am going to make a November post. I might just do a November dump because I did so much stuff this November that I'm exhaling for Christmas. Don't ask me to do nothing. I'm just playing. I'm going to do a little something, but it was a lot. I quit the Santa Claus when Camille asked why Santa bought you all the stuff and we didn't get y'all nothing. I told that story this weekend, Mommy, to my friends who have little kids, and they're still doing like Elf on the Shelf. Did y'all do that? I didn't know nothing about Elf on the Shelf, but we definitely did Santa Claus. But I told a couple of my friends this weekend about when Camille asked y'all, how come Santa brings us all of this stuff and y'all don't bring us nothing? You told me you were fit to be tied at Daddy. Like, wait, what? I can only imagine. See, in my mind, I made up the gifts that were wrapped were from y'all, and the gifts that weren't wrapped were from Santa Claus. But Camille went to a whole nother level. That girl. So you had to watch out for that one. She was too smart. Sweetwater said her family took no prisoners, so they leave spoon sessions. But I know. Once I figured out spoons, I was scared of y'all. I think I probably still have only played a couple, few, two, three, maybe times. Spades was much safer. I mean, we would yell at each other and have like, you know, talking mess matches, but that's it. We didn't, no blood was shed. So I can only imagine spoons. Some serious engagement that happens there. But yeah, so that's all I have to say about that. I know it's a slight pause, so I'm gonna let a few scrolls come through before I go on and end it all. But this was good. I had fun. I don't know if y'all did. This was a good moment for me. What about y'all? Next Monday, I'm gonna do a little something different. I'm actually gonna have a guest, which I haven't had in a couple few weeks. Last week I was at a conference and I was trying to do a Monday moment. I even bought my little easel stand and everything, but it would have been way too much. I was at an education teachers conference, so it wasn't quite the right space or time, but and on a whole different time schedule. So it couldn't happen, but look at that. Us is here today. Us is here. Us is here. Like Celie says in Color Purple, one of my favorite movies. Also, I think I'm going to create a post, a little chat on one of the platforms, because I want to know what some of y'all favorite Christmas movies are. Because I watched this Christmas this weekend, and it was a great intro into the holiday season. That Chris Brown, like there's some other favorite Christmas movies I have, but that this Christmas, it just makes me all warm and fuzzy. So I'm gonna ask y'all. I'm gonna do a little poll, see what some of y'all favorite Christmas movies are, past and present, because I know there's some old ones, just like old Christmas songs. But I want to know some new ones and some old ones. Which I like. The Christmas Story I already mentioned. Love, love, love that one. But this Christmas hits me. I don't know. Some of y'all might like Medea's too. So y'all chime in with that. I can't wait to hear. But anyway, y'all, happy holidays, happy Thanksgiving, happy Hanukkah, happy Christmas Eve, Christmas, all of the things. Let's just celebrate and remember when we're having a little difficult day to just take a minute to remember the things that we're grateful for, like moments like this, moments not like this, moments where you're just happy to be by yourself and enjoying your own self. Because I did do that a couple few times, even though that's probably improper grammar. I couple times when I was at my conference last week, which was a long one. I just went upstairs to the top of the building, enjoyed the view, left my phone in my room, wrote in my journal, and looked out at the view and had a little sip. So just take a little time to find your mojo. Think about what it is that you like in life and to be present and grateful for that. Because I am, and I recommend it highly. So anyway, y'all, I'm gonna give y'all Monday back. I'll see y'all next Monday. Not quite sure what the topic is gonna be, but it is gonna be a moment. It is gonna be with your girl, and it is gonna be a Monday. So there you go. And it's still going to be the holidays. So let's do it. Happy and safe holidays. Yes, Sweetwater, to you all. And enjoy the people that you do enjoy being around right now. Tis the season to be jolly. All right. See y'all next week. Happy Monday. Happy Christmas. Happy holidays. Nothing but love. Good night, y'all.